got salt on this guitar. I've got wounds and I've got scars. I ain't saying that my life was hard, but I can't believe I made it this far. I've got songs that I can't sing. I've got stories you wouldn't believe. There are things my eyes have seen, if you know what I mean.
It is Froggy 105.3, Lee Richey with you. And I've known this young lady for a while now. In fact, I think I heard That Girl Is a Rainbow. Maybe a year ago even. And we've been kind of keeping in touch. And I wanted to introduce her to you guys. But I wanted to wait until she had some new music out. And she does. Newest release is called Heart Like You. Please welcome Ashley Sofia. Hello.
Hello, Lee. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, it's great to talk to you. One of the things that was interesting when we started communicating is we had so many things in common. One of which, you're in Nashville now, but you're from upstate New York, from the Adirondacks.
That's right.
A place called Ticonderoga.
Mm-hmm.
And I grew up not far from there, so I spent many a summer up at Great Escape and all the places in Lake George and Frontier Town, and even took my family up to Lake Champlain to look for Champ at some place. We didn't find it, but yes, I'm very familiar with the area.
I've spent many a day looking for Champ out on Lake Champlain.
Yeah, right. Have you? Yeah. No
when
success.
I was out there ice fishing with my dad when I was little, I was like, where's Champ go when it's frozen over?
Good question. Yeah. Someday we'll know. And then we kind of got talking more, and I found out that you went to Union College in Schenectady, which is where I had my first radio show ever on WRUC. So talk about a small world.
That is so crazy. It is. It's amazing how small this world is.
Yeah, it is. So we're like old buddies here. Ticonderoga, though, what a great place to grow up, I imagine.
Oh my goodness. It was so beautiful. And that landscape certainly inspired so much of my songwriting. That environment, kind of that mountain folk ethos bled into everything that I do today. I think
you have a song about the Adirondacks, don't you?
I do, yeah. I have a song called Adirondack Dreams about it. And then there's a lot of references to mountains and lakes and rivers, and just, it's kind of fused into all of the music, I would say. How
could it not be, though, when you grow up and you're influenced by that setting every day?
Exactly, yeah.
New song is called Heart Like You. I'm loving the song. It's tell us about it. Is it kind of like, I'm not a real good lyric guy. Like people will call a radio station. Can you play that song about the guy with the dog and I never know what they're talking about. But from what I picked up on this, it's kind of a bittersweet song.
Yeah, it's I think that sometimes in life, our worst heartbreaks aren't romantic.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of things in life can break our hearts. And this song is an exploration of the way my heart was broken by the industry and a lot of things that have happened in the music business. And I just wanted to put it in a place that I think that, we can all relate to that feeling of your heart splitting in two and that betrayal, and just hoping that, that you're nothing like the people who hurt you.
Sure.
And so I think that's what this song is about. It's about realizing that.
What is the line? I'm not cruel. I don't have a heart like you. Yeah, I like that. That's.
Thank you. Yeah, I think that I don't always know what I'm thinking until I write, until I sit down with the guitar and try to work it out. I don't actually it's not like I sit down with a thesis. I literally just sit down with the emotions and I start strumming until it starts to build, and then it's all coming out of me. And I guess what I figured out in writing this song was the pain is there. You did something that you betrayed me. However, at least I'm nothing like you.
Yeah.
At least I'm not really like you. Yeah.
That's good. That's about the best you can do for a comeback. It's like, rather than sink down to that level, I'm not like you. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to hear it right now. Our guest is Ashley Sofia. This is Heart Like You on Froggy 1053.
Packed my bags, headed out. I took the highway south. Didn't know what I was doing, but I knew we would figure it out. And I was 1,000 miles away from the people that I love. When you stopped answering your phone, and I knew that this was done. Nobody has ever broken my heart like you. You're the face I see when they ask what I've been through. Sometimes I don't know what it is I should do, but then I remember again that I'm not cruel. I don't have a heart like you. I don't have a heart like you. Didn't it take long till you were hanging your head, scratching at the back door, trying to get back in? And I thought I saw a little truth in your eyes, so I let you ruin me one more time. And nobody has ever broken my heart like you. You're the face I see when they ask what I've been through. Sometimes I don't know what it is I should do, but then I'm reminded again that I'm not cruel. I don't have a heart like you. I don't have a heart like you. And I don't regret a single thing I've said, just all the time I spent listening to your stupidness. I'll never get it back, and I'm not over it. No, I'm not over it. No, I'm not over it. Nobody has ever broken my heart like you. You're the face I see when they ask what I've been through. Sometimes I don't know what it is I should do, but then I remember again that I'm not cruel. I don't have a heart like you. I don't have a heart like you. I don't have a heart like you.
It is Froggy 1053. Ashley Sofia is my guest. The song you just heard is Heart Like You. Nice job on that. Very
Thank
nice.
you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
great song. We're talking to Ashley. Now, the first song that I heard, like I mentioned earlier, That Girl is a Rainbow, which is a very upbeat, up-tempo, kind of fun song about a fun person, I guess, and maybe somebody that's not seeing that or appreciating that.
Yeah. I wrote that song about someone I knew who I felt like was being taken for granted in their relationship. And I won't get into the details just in case, they
Yeah,
hear
right.
But yeah, it's a true story about a relationship that I was observing from the outside. And I just thought, man, like this guy has no idea how special she is. And one day she's gonna go.
Yeah, I
And
think
she's
we've all
living her
seen
life.
that. We've all
Yeah.
been in a situation where we're kind of observing a couple or something and thinking, man, she's way too good for him, or he just doesn't know what he's got.
Yeah, exactly. He just had this kind of indifference to this person that I thought was so astonishing. And The good news is, since the song has come out, she flew, she left, and
Oh,
she's
there you
very
go.
happy now.
Well, listen, you've got a lot of great music out. Where's the best place for people to maybe sample your work?
I would say Spotify is kind of a version of radio at this point. You know, people
Right.
use it to discover music. So I'm
Yeah.
on all the streaming platforms. I do have a new record coming out this year. I recorded it in East Nashville with Ken Coomer. He was the drummer of one of my favorite bands growing up, Wilco.
Yeah.
I recorded it with some of the best players in Nashville, and all these songs will be released slowly throughout this year, and the record will be out this fall.
Fantastic. And folks can go to ashleysofia.com to
That's right.
find out more about you and and it's Sophia
And
with
they
an
have
F.
that's right. That's exactly right. I was just going to say that because people spell it with a PH. And if you spell Ashley Sophia with a PH, you're going to get a woman doing 5 to 10 in the Connecticut State Penitentiary. That is not me. Make sure you
That might
spell
be
it
interesting
with
too, however. Yeah. You've been singing for a long time. When did you first start singing and think to yourself, maybe this is what I want to do in life?
That's a really good question. I think music has been there as long as I can conceivably remember. I
Right.
grew up watching my dad play and sing. He was in a rock and roll cover band and kind of a weekend warrior. But
Oh, nice.
they were
Nice.
so fantastic, and I watched him and his band practice. I helped him get ready, back before we had the internet. I would sit down and I would handwrite the lyrics to songs for him. And we would play the song over and over and over because there wasn't even a way to pause it. We would just go all the way back to the beginning. So that's as early as I started. And then I really didn't have this goal to be up on stage in front of people. I just loved it so much. And the songs started coming out of me when I went away to college. And then all the girls on the hallway would come and they'd knock on my door and they would say, "What was that song? I love that song." And I was like, "That was my song." And
How
I was
cool.
so shocked by that.
Yeah.
I just never kind of imagined doing anything that people were interested in. And then they would come back and say, can I have that? Can you record it for me? And over time, just more people started coming to my room and they wanted me to play out, and they wanted to introduce me to people, and somebody sent it to somebody on the radio. And then, I started getting airplay and I started playing shows, and
Isn't that
I
great?
just fell in love with it.
So they were throwing you into it, even if that wasn't your plan.
And that was the only way I was going to go. I was only going to go if I was pushed to do it, because I don't know. I think that's the beautiful thing about people who love us, is that they can truly see us in ways that we don't quite yet.
Yeah.
And I owe a tremendous amount to the friends in my life and my family and people who've just saw something before I did.
That's awesome. I got to believe too, growing up in the Adirondacks, there were at least 1 or 2 campfires.
Oh yeah. Campfires all the time.
Yeah.
That's a prerequisite. They make you do that when
Right.
you're born there. Yeah.
Do you remember the first time you actually got up on stage in front of an audience? What was that like?
Oh, I was scared to death. I think it was a little coffee shop in Schenectady, New York. And I think it was like a few strangers and like my friends from college.
I've probably been in that coffee shop. I used to love going down to Proctor's and all over, and I would walk from Union down to, I think it was White Castle on the corner. They used to have hamburgers there, but what a great area. Yeah. So that's great.
I guess that wasn't my first paying gig, but that was like, it was just a coffee shop. And then I started playing more and more shows. And then I think my first legitimate show was at Cafe Lena in Saratoga Springs. And that just shocked me when it happened, because WEXT set it up there. And I had grown up going to Cafe Lena to see my heroes on that stage. And so it was an exciting moment in my career, for sure.
You were on the same stage as Bob Dylan.
That's right.
Yeah.
Not at the same time, but
Not at the same time. We're talking to Ashley Sofia about her new song, Heart Like You, and growing up in upstate New York, the Adirondacks, and what she's doing now. And she's got some new music coming out to keep watching down the road for that. I know that you were recently back at Union College, right?
yeah.
How cool is that?
I had such a beautiful opportunity to go back and play their commencement. So I got a phone call from Joanna Stern, and I think she's with NBC now, but at the time she was the tech editor for the Wall Street Journal, and she had heard about my music from some people, and she'd listened to some songs, and she said, would you like to come up and perform at commencement? Because I want to talk about how there are things that AI cannot replace. There are certain things that AI will never be able to do, and I think your music fully embodies, what we won't be seeing from AI.
Right.
And so I got in the car. I was supposed to go to the Smokies to see some friends, so I went to the Smokies to see some friends, and then I just drove straight north, and I ended up back at Union. And it was very surreal, very emotional to be back in that capacity. If you had told me when I was in college that I would come back and be asked to play at commencement, I'm not sure I would have believed that.
Right.
So it was very touching.
Do you get to go out and play live much these days?
I do. In fact, I will be playing very shortly here in May. I am looking to do a mini tour, but it'll be most likely Missouri, Kansas, Colorado, New Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma. And that'll be a combination of radio shows and live performances. And then we'll shoot back to Nashville.
Fantastic. And try to get to New York at some point.
I know.
Come on.
I think this fall. Yeah.
Before the snow flies again. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. We got a short window.
Ashley Sofia is our guest, and I just want to thank you for taking time to do this. We've been talking about it forever. Heart Like You is fantastic. I can't wait to hear what's next from you. When could we be seeing that?
Well, after Heart Like You, we will have a music video that will be out shortly after that.
Nice.
There will be more live shows, and then there will be a new single and a new music video, and a lot of things will be dropping on social media. So if you find me there, I'm on all the platforms.
Yeah.
I'll be posting very regularly, probably daily, keeping people updated on all the exciting things that we have planned.
Fantastic. And again, it's Ashley Sofia, Sofia. Follow her on socials. And it's been a blast talking to you.
Thank you so much, Lee. Your support has meant, honestly, so much to me. I mean, you've been consistently so kind and so supportive from the moment that we met. And it's a rare thing in this business. You don't meet a lot of authentic people. So thank you.
Gosh, Ashley, I'm taking the rest of the day off then. You can too. Go for it.
You deserve it.
Maybe we'll get you up here to play in the studio one of these days. That would be fun as well.
Let's plan on it.
Let's do it. All right. Ashley, thank you so much. I'm going to play That Girl Is a Rainbow to get us out of here because it's such a fun song. And I thank you again. Ashley Sofia on Froggy 105.3.
That girl is a rainbow, and that boy is colorblind. He takes her to the parties. She walks and talks so fine, and everybody sees her. But he's got other things on his mind. That girl is a rainbow, and that boy is colorblind.